It's your girl Jay, the High Priestess, back at it again with the general tarot reading for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Libra season 2022. First and foremost, out of the gate, go check out your readings from Virgo season. Watching them at the end, they just hit different. Be sure to check out your Sun, Moon, and Rising. Patreon gets everything first. Over there, we dive into the Patreon plunge, where we clarify every card. All my content's over there, as low as $8 a month. Patreon.com/justjeverything. For free content, check out my Instasham at justj_everything, TikTok at justjeverything, and for other dope shit that I do, my website, Celestial Soundtracks, the Apothecary, get you a customized spirit soak. That's all over at my website, justjeverything.com. Now, Cancer, letting you know, this is like pre-season for cuffing season. So, like, you gotta, like, get your mind right. And y'all, you know, you already know there needs to be some, there are going to be some alterations in behavior and choice making and decision making tendencies or skills or habits. And go watch the Libra season astrology video. All of the dates for everything are over there, but of course you are the moon. And so I'm going to remind you, the moon moves so quickly, and with you being governed by that kind of ebb and flow, pay attention to this particular new and full moon, because it's like your axis is this way, your cardinal axis is this way, and there's an activation of the other cardinal axis, the Aries, Libra, me versus we. And I feel Cancer, and then Capricorn above you is I do, I use. And so there's this new quadrant of the year that we're moving into, a new spark of life, the initiation of fall. Happy equinox. And there is this shift in how you balance, who you balance, who's in your life, who contributes, how you create a hierarchy, or what protocols are enacted versus the quality that you're receiving. So I do feel like there is like a raising of standards that's happening in some sort of way. Now, but this is the, you know, and you got to really watch out, because you guys know that you guys can play like that Cancer Capricorn axis is the Captain Save-A-Ho axis, and that Libra Aries axis is like the hero complex shit. And so there is something here about, because this is a season of agreements and diplomacy and fairness and spouses and romance and partnerships and business partnerships, but this is a season ultimately of harmony. And you gonna be like a lone melody, always searching for the perfect harmony. And it's like, okay, you don't have to play that game, but you can. If you're ready for it, if you're ready to get back out there and date, if you feel healed and ready, and like, just know, however you show up in the dating pool, however you show up in the professional pool, is exactly what you're going to attract. If you show up broken and insecure, that's exactly what's going to be reflected back to you. So fuck around and find out. But also, you know, fuck around and find out. If you're ready, there may be some solid shit that comes your way. But I do feel like that's a sign, the Ten of Pentacles, to focus on family. So The astrological shit I will remind you of is on September 25th, we have the new moon in Libra. And this is very much so how to improve your relational skills, how to not be so smothering or mothering. And on October 9th, I love you. On October 9th, we have 9th or 10th, depending on time zone, I believe. We have the full moon in Aries. And that's going to be hitting up, you know, that's going to be, you know, you crossing over Chiron retrograde, Jupiter retrograde. So the identity wounds, the reevaluations of your belief system, your relationship to fortune, to luck, to good things happening, your belief about good things, you being your own good luck charm, all of there's just so much that's shifting there, and so much that I feel like is evolving there. How you anchor in you so that, and cultivate a healthy you so that you can attract in a healthy we in coupling. And those of you who are already in pre-existing relationships or long-term relationships or marriages, there is this reminder here about the health of your independence is going to be a direct reflection of the health of your interdependence. So, Cancer, sun, moon, and rising, light it if you got it, hydrate. So we are clearing out the energy, creating a healthy and safe space for our benevolent ancestors, Mother God, Father God, Mother Earth. Thanking you for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Cancer, sun, moon, and rising for Libra season 2022. I feel like there's a faster pace that's coming through. First card out, the Hermit. So your relationship to your shell, Cancer, your relationship to isolation, to solitude. Are you feeling lonely? There could be a need for you to, not could be, I feel like you'll gain higher ground. You'll get back in the right stance. You'll get back, like, you'll have a fighting chance if you really allow yourself to find a healthy version of solitude, and who you're around, the company that you're keeping or the company you have kept is definitely shifting, or there's lessons to be learned, patterns to observe in some sort of way. There may be somebody with Virgo or Gemini or Aquarius placements that's playing a big role, or that's coming in. But I do feel like there is something about like decommodification, excess, minimalism, really like getting in hermit mode, going in hermit mode. Would that be beneficial for you? Going out, having your own version of Into the Wild, so that you can come back with the code, so that you can come back with the knowledge. There's this season, I feel like Cancer, sun, moon, and rising, this is going to be a very quiet internal season. And it has a lot to do with, like, it needs to be quiet. It needs to be still, because your internal GPS system is recalibrating. Your internal security system is recalibrating. And there are new codes, new updates that are coming in. So allow yourself to relish your alone time. Fall back in love with the sweetness of silence. I also feel like there's like a shift in your aesthetic, wearing more flowy clothes, or wearing clothes that are more appropriate, or adorning your body in a way that's more appropriate to like your passion or what you do in some sort of way. So like if you're a fashion designer, like you start like dressing up more, or if you're like a tattoo artist, you start getting more tattoos, and like, you know, little things like that. But I do feel like there may be someone with Aquarius placements that comes in unexpectedly, or that you have a lot to learn from. There's lessons for you in the mountains, lessons in the gray, lessons in neutrality, lessons in stability. Four of Wands coming out. I feel like you prioritize alone time. You prioritize the lessons from Virgo season. You prioritize all of that data that you've acquired in Virgo season, the analysis of it all, so that you can implement this balance. Four of Wands is, I mean, you can't have a tent without four posts. You can't have a room without four walls. There's some sort of new sense of stability. There could be a wedding, marriage, just really fun times, parties, traveling, festivals, just events. Maybe somebody with Aries, Leo, Sagittarius placements coming in. Maybe someone older. There could be also a lot of like you trusting in your originality. This is Sun in Leo, so specifically like investing or having more balance with someone with Leo placements specifically, but Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements is if they're older, it definitely like just fiery, driven, passionate. Also, on the flip side of that, some of you are isolating because someone from the past is getting married, or someone that you used to love is like moving on, or you run into them at a party or something like that. But I do feel like there is some sort of like new understanding about what you want in love, what you want in your household, what you want consistently in your life. The Four of Wands is also some sort of like wish fulfillment. I feel like there's definitely like wish come true energy that is on the other side of some variation of solitude, or coming back to the self, recentering, grounding, anchoring in the lessons from Virgo season, integrating the lessons, Cancer, and it results in a lot of fun, good times. And an upgrade. It's like the initial stages of a new idea. It gives you the opportunity to like speak your truth. There may be somebody that's younger than you coming in. There also could be powerful things spoken through children. There may be somebody with Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius placements coming in. There could be like interesting or stimulating conversation that you have at a party or a festival or while you're traveling. I do feel like there is something also about social media, or like celebrating, or like new ideas about how to improve social media, or to use social media as a tool for, or as a positive tool for your business. There is like upgrade in technology, starting over in some sort of technology. This energy, I mean, this Libra squares you, Cancer. So there could be this kind of arm wrestle energy that I don't feel like is as negative as you may think when you hear square. I feel like there are positive challenges, and the challenges for a lot of Cancerian energy, and I hate to be kind of cliche, but it feels like it's a challenge to be alone. Like you are very Cancerian is the nurturer, the mother. Like there is this very social aspect to Cancer energy, and so some of you, it's like you're afraid to be alone, you're afraid of the dark, and then that's exactly where the divine tosses you. Alone in the woods, alone in the dark. And your mind starts to wander. You start to, see, your mortality, or you start, seeing the patterns of like your thought process, and how maybe negative or how toxically positive your thought process may be. So there may be just more balance coming in, new ideas to act upon. New studies, new things to study, new things to explore. But I do feel like there is some sort of information or conversation that you're having with people that may be long distance. or people that you're having to use technology to communicate with. You may be hearing from someone that's like overseas or someone that's at a distance from you, and going to travel to them. Hydrate. Or them coming to travel to you. Final two cards, final two messages for Cancer. This is more than two cards. I feel like, no, it's not. Perfect. Final two cards are the Four of Swords and the Ace of Wands. Beautiful. Two fours in the reading. Only one major arcana and one ace. So it looks like you're not getting kicked in the face this season, except for really kind of in the beginning, with this whole thing with the solitude, the whole thing with the loneliness, with allowing yourself to be recalibrated, allowing yourself to be redirected, allowing yourself to understand that the answers that you're seeking are within you. And there may be a lot of like, there's so much to do and you don't know where to start. Where to start is quiet. Where to start is silence. And you start to really appreciate and move forward. You start to like take big steps in the realm of your physical, spiritual, and sexual energy, in the realm of your analytical, intellectual, and disciplinarian kind of skills and capacities. There's progression. And I want to show you this because I don't want to save that just for the plunge. But the Hermit is holding a staff that also like feels like a wand to me. So the Four of Wands and then like his staff. So that makes me feel like the Five of Wands. And then there is the Page of Swords and the Four of Swords. And so that's the Five of Swords. So going from the Four to the Five. And so there is this shift from stability to conflict, but there's growth in conflict, and that makes sense. I was saying that this energy squares you, so there's going to be challenges, there's going to be clashing kind of energy, and that clashing comes from like, do I want to go out and party? Do I want to be alone? Should I go out? Am I missing out? Am I missing my opportunity to like meet people? Yeah, but it's just like, what's for you can't miss you, boo. So if you like, you're learning how to really like feel into your body and honor yourself and honor your emotions. Nice. Bottom of the deck is the Queen of Cups. Yeah, you're really leveling up emotionally and spiritually. There's maturity that's acquired in Libra season, and the cost of that maturity and that leveling up is some isolation. And it's not as scary as it sounds, but for some of you it could be like, there's scary things that are happening while you're isolated, and you may be, it may like nudge you to be really appreciative of what you have, or nudge you to lock some shit down. Be careful that you don't just like fall into like cuffing season shit and you end up creating conflict for yourself going from the Four to the Five. You could just let things be natural, let the flow be the flow, let things happen organically. Whenever you allow for stability, the Four. Allow for the structure, the Four. It's when you apply force that you move into conflict. And so the Hermit plus the Four of Wands is the Five of Wands, and that is, there could be a multitude of people trying to get your attention, trying to collaborate with you. There just could be a lot of physical or sexual energy that's built up, and you need to release it into nature, release it into the wild. Not giving away that life force to just anybody, to harnessing it into something so that you can free up space, because we're getting to it. You need to free up space so that you have your hands free to grasp this new opportunity. This is an influx of physical, spiritual, and sexual energy. There may be a new relationship, a new opportunity. If there's a new business venture, this is exactly the card that you want to get. This is opportunity, a way being made where you don't see a way made, and things are blooming and blossoming. There may be somebody with Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements coming in. But either way, the divine wants you in a position where you are alone enough to have the time to realize that there are new tools, aspects, gifts that are within your reach, that are within you, that you need to focus on. Needing to focus on your light, your hope, your faith. even your friend group. There could just be a shift in who you hang out with. A shift in, like friends and partying and all those things, a shift in that priority. And focusing on your craft, focusing on what makes you special, focusing on your spirituality, on developing your intuition, developing your emotional skills, developing your ability to come out of your shell and be seen, developing your ability to emote and relate and to appropriately love and nurture people who have like past tests. This is Libra season. Like your standards should be raising. So like you know what I mean? It's just like who you fucked around or the type of person you fucked around in high school should not be who you're fucking around with, or the caliber of person you're fucking around with now. And so like no judgment if it is, but it's just like understand that leveling up or that awareness is coming in because some of you may be forced into isolation or forced into some major quiet time, and that may be like turning away the way he's turning away from the party scene, or turning away from like the marriage or the scene of it all, or the big celebration. Some of you are maybe just eloping or doing something small. Some of you just meet somebody and you're just like, oh, I just feel all these things and let's just do this. Like, don't back, calm down. Don't do there. But you can be open without making crazy long-term decisions and bringing the government or the law into it. There, so allow yourself to center of the reading. Allow your thoughts to be renewed. Allow your words and the way that you share, how much you share, who you share with, allow that to evolve. Because I do feel like there has been a holding back or a restriction because of previous pain or heartbreak or disappointments. Maybe somebody with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius placements that has hurt you, that you still remember, you're still recovering from in some sort of way. I do feel like there is an opportunity to it's like your intuition, your knowing, your connection to the divine, your connection to your future gets amped up because of those harsh experiences, and you get to experience like a new kind of like knowing or red flag or alert system in some sort of way. And it puts you in a position where you don't need to like hold on to these things. You don't need to hold on to the lantern because the light shines from within. You don't need the walking staff because you're being more consistent and your muscles are stronger. You don't need to hold on to this, relationship, or hold on to this other person's hand, or hold on to like the facade of everything being happy, or the striving of everything being happy-go-lucky all the time. You don't have to hold on to the old mindset, the old way of thinking. You don't have to also like let this new mindset that's coming in be this abrasive, uncomfortable experience. If you allow yourself to get in a receptive mode, prayerful, still, prioritize the comfortability of your living situation, prioritize the comfortability of your home, finding a new home. The divine you will be like blessed beyond measure. I feel like there is just something about blessed beyond measure. There's new relationships, new opportunities coming in, and it's going to be just so good. You have no idea. And I'm excited to get into it. I just want to hop in. So join us for the plunge, patreon.com/justjeverything. Let's get into it. For the full version of the video, go to Patreon.